Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Rio Valley. Last time, we extensively talked to Ben and Dana, got Ben out of his drug-fueled depression breakdown. I'm not sure what that state was. But either way, we got the information from Ben that Riley has hidden some data with Dr. Fink. Or maybe she left something important with Dr. Fink. And that is why we will be making our way to the Rio Valley Motel, I think. At least we'll try. Okay, we are at Kuiper. Hopefully there isn't some method of getting to the motel that I'm forgetting. Like maybe if we went down from Frank's truck, we would just find a magical shortcut. Hopefully not. Either way, yeah, okay, it's 8:28 already here. And there is lightning. And we have a grand total of 2 minutes. Something. Strangely, this room feels more like home than the door to any other room, even yours. Dr. Fink! No, we are not going to say this shit. Knock on Fink's door several times. After a bated breath, you hear the muffled sound of the bathroom door opening, followed by shuffling feet.
Mr. Hero, what in the Earth's name? What happened?
Okay, so we have in fact disappeared from Fink's room. I think? Yeah, okay. It doesn't, because he could also have been having this reaction because of our bruises and cuts. It dawns on you. Ever since you began looping in Frank's pickup, you stopped appearing on Fink's couch. Which means that in his eyes, you vanish in front of him every loop. Now, standing here, you can see he has things to say. A lot of things, probably. Stay silent. Let him talk. We cannot do that. We have 2 minutes. 1 minute.
You just vanished. Right in front of me. One moment you were there, the next I was talking to empty air. I tore the office apart. Looked under the couch, in the bathroom. I thought I was hallucinating. Depersonalization. Psychotic break. Something. Anything. I even asked Robin if you ever arrived at the motel. If she has seen you. At all.
So, did she see me?
What do you think? She confirmed you came and entered my office, but that's it. I looked unprofessional, like I'd misplaced a client. So I went back to my room, read through my notes, and realized we'd been talking. And now here you are. Which most likely means I was simply too tired and failed to notice you leaving. Without a proper goodbye, if I may add.
Mental gymnastics in real time. From hallucination to I must have been tired, in the span of a heartbeat.
Which brings me back to our session. It ended prematurely. And I'm not sure what to do about that now.
Never mind the session. Riley left something for Frank with you. I need it.
Riley? Frank? How do you even know about them? Are you friends? That would be a serious conflict of interest for our therapy.
Why would that be a serious conflict of interest for our therapy? Time is running out. The horizon will soon be lit by a fiery sky, advancing like a tide of ruin that will consume everything. I don't have time to explain. Please, just give it to me. He studies you carefully, searching for the truth behind your request. You'll have to give him something. I know you mean well. You want the best for both Frank and Riley. He doesn't resist this truth, just continues to listen. Frank can't face his demons alone. That's why Riley wanted Frank to continue his sessions with him.
Yes. She did place her trust in me. Riley believed I could reach him. This time for real. She left me that thing. Said it might help me reach Frank. But also help me if the past still troubles me.
Is that trouble called the Guiding Light mission? He closes his eyes for a second and takes a deep breath. Then continues, semblance of composure regained.
Yes. I made a grave error. And someone close to Frank and Riley paid the price. That's why I couldn't bring myself to listen to the things she left me. I wasn't ready to tear the scab from that wound.
Time is almost gone. Give me whatever Riley left. I may find closure for Frank, for her, maybe even for all of us. Behind his eyes, you can sense a struggle. Whether to trust you, a complete stranger, with the ending of his story, or clutch it tight and lose it forever. Your extended hand trembles, from exertion or expectation. Does it matter? The moment stretches on, endless, destined only to be broken by the burning horizon. Then he slips something from his pocket and presses it into your palm. Small, light. A ball-shaped USB stick. That is a terrible shape for a USB stick. That would be highly inconvenient to plug anywhere. Nod and smile.
I put my faith in you, Mr. Harrow. Please, don't betray it.
What are we going to do with it in 1 minute, presumably? The northern sky begins to smolder, red and yellow bleeding into the horizon. You clutch the USB stick tight against your chest like it's a beating heart of its own. Your mind is a hive of questions. What's on the stick? How will you open it? What if it's protected by a password? But most important of all, what if it resets? A million buzzing thirds swarm your skull. A million buzzing thirds swarm your skull that you nearly forget. Pink is still there, glasses glowing, eyebrows like storm clouds. Both of you are silent, washed in burning light as the horizon swallows itself, each lost in his own thoughts and the world's end. Then he breaks it, with a familiar, yet an inescapable question. Are you with me, Mr. Harrow?
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Almost. Yes, Doctor, until the end. Okay, so we are answering the question of how do we save the stick by just not doing anything. Cool. The explosion, the blaze, the roar, the world ends again, with you on your way back to Frank's car. What do you mean back to Frank's car? I guess via the loop rewind, sure. But not empty-handed, hopefully. This time you carried something. Maybe the final piece of the puzzle. Quick, check your pockets. Is it still there? I know it is. You probably know what's on it, right? It's the entirety of Judy's message, isn't it? Yes. Should I play it? Yes. Use the car radio to play the message. What, Frank's pickup? This doesn't look like a car that would have a USB slot. Use the car radio to play the message. Back to being Frank, I presume.
But the worst issue of all in my predicament is that I just can't be sure if anything else is damaged. The Overwatch protection is having a bit of a fit. It intermittently reports malfunctions on various systems, including those I know are working, like life support or the power grid.
Judy. That's Judy. Stop fucking everything, buddy. That's Judy.
I was right. All this time, I was right. But nobody believed me.
Then sometimes it reports the 2 damaged solar panels are operating at peak 98% efficiency, though I see their shattered frames through the viewport. I even thought about permanently shutting down the Overwatch when I got my hopes up, reporting it fixed the long-range comms where it were as dead as ever. I'm not sure if this is a legacy problem with the fault protection system, or the mainframe got damaged in the blast.
Imagine if this idiotic machine did what it was supposed to, and fix the long-range comms. Imagine!
I would be talking to Judy right now.
I pondered an exploratory EVA to determine the extent of the damage done to the lander, but the brutal truth is, I can't risk opening the airlock and losing any of the precious little oxygen reserves I have left. I have a cache of oxygen candles, yes, but I need to keep them for unforeseen emergencies.
Oh, no. One close encounter with the Void is one far too many.
My top priority right now is to find a sustainable way to generate oxygen. Water electrolysis, powered by my own urine, comes to mind, but I'll have to think of a way to extract clean and sterile water from it. This will take power. A lot of power. I'll end here, since I don't want to dip into my fuel reserves more than I will have to.
Whatever it takes to survive, love. Whatever. That's what I did.
Guiding light, mission log, day 3. Commander Resnick speaking. This will be my last official report.
What? No! Judy, what happened?
Well, that was dramatic. I made a decision to continue recording, but this will become both my personal log and the record of my journey. A space to keep track of my resources, my thoughts, and my plans.
Oh.
Hopefully, when I land back home, I'll tell you my tale in person, so this will become a relic for the history books. Just in case, I'll load every message into the short-range auto transmitter. This was a short message.
No, not a relic. Your message, and my efforts to save you, will become an object of study for future generations.
Guiding light, day 9, Commander Resnick's log. The sunlight is plentiful, for now, so I've decided to drain some more kilowatts from my power reserves and record. If only engineering crammed more batteries into this lander.
I gotta say, Frank is incredibly full of himself. His efforts to save Judy. Frank, what have you actually done to save Judy?
I've already made written list upon list, prepared a number of paper blueprints for all of my projects, but just speaking helps me get my thoughts in order. It's strange. Dr. Fink correctly predicted a future when he warned the mission team about an intense desire to hear human speech during our long isolation. But I doubt he ever thought about a situation as dire as mine, so just hearing the din of my own voice in this tin can fills me with a strange sense of warmth. But back to business, Star Command.
Why is she mentioning Fink and not me?
I did an inventory of all my available resources. Food and water is aplenty, as the lander was supposed to serve as a temporary base for Rose, Mark, and me during our planetside operation. It's your standard, bland astronaut fare, sure, but it was supposed to feed 3 people, so with proper rationing, maybe a bit of fasting, I won't starve to death. Hopefully.
Don't even think about death. Don't even mention dying.
Oxygen is an entirely different beast. We were never meant to spend so much time in the lander, so I have only 30 kilos of stored oxygen, and that will last me approximately a month. Or I should say 21 more days to go. And my stores of water are not that plentiful either, so I'll definitely have to resort to urine recycling for oxygen regeneration. I've already planned the jury-rigged water electrolysis system and scavenged for parts. Unfortunately, one of the solar batteries had to be sacrificed for the cause and turned into a power source. My last and deepest concern is my fuel reserve. It is currently at 87%, which is my fault, really. Once I was in the lander, I activated the thrusters to get away from the wreckage of Guiding Light as soon as possible. I might have panicked and burned for too long. Might have. But hopefully, this mistake won't come back to bite me in the ass. Preliminary calculations state there should be plenty for all the systems I'm building, maintaining life support, and the burn that will get me back to Earth.
Your fuel calculations match up with this.
That's all I have for now. So much to do. Guiding Light, mission log, day 31, Commander Resnick recording. Nothing quite like that first breath of freshly generated oxygen. I am happy to announce that my water electrolysis system is fully operational. I'm so happy. I wanted to give it a grand opening with the ribbon cutting ceremony, but I'm all out of ribbons.
That's our girl. There's nothing you can't achieve. Nothing.
The only downside is that the whole process takes so much time, from urine collection, water recovery, sterilization of equipment, then running the electrolyzer. Though I have a feeling it will get much better once I have more time to improve my protocols. Speaking of, I feel I need to pass water now, and I can't afford to waste a drop, so signing off.
I imagine it's the chunk that we have already heard. He caught the signal at 8 p.m. Back when there was no loop. Just when you heard that clock for the very first time. When it was all about the therapy, the incident, the motivation, and status effect. Keep listening to the message.
Guiding Light, mission log, day 52. Happy to report I'm still alive, though honestly, my steady diet of protein curry, pea stew, and oat and berry paste has seriously made me contemplate taking my own life.
That is the part we have heard. You heard this part already. It won't be easier the second time around. Fast forward to the part where the interference starts. So that's Frank arriving at
Mission
the
log,
end of the time
Day
loop.
188. It's so hard to sleep without the pills pulling you into the void. I just lie strapped in my zero-G hammock and stare at the ceiling, my mind working on overdrive.
Hurry up! Don't want to lose Judy's signal.
Every night, yes, I made air quotes, Simi, is a struggle. But I'm getting there. At least I don't have to wade through a jumble of thoughts anymore. I'm tired, but I am awake. Truly awake.
Now where in the holy fuck have you left that battery, buddy?
And I have a plan now. A way out of this shit. During one of those ceiling staring sessions, I came up with a solution for how to fix my trajectory.
Check the work desk.
Nothing here. Hurry!
I know, the nightstand.
Nope. Where is that spare battery? It's useless. There's no spare battery here, you dimwit. We're just wasting time.
Yes, it's super risky, but let's face it, I'm at such a point that I might as well bet it all on red. If I don't, everything will stay the same forever. I just need to do the math, build a model. It will work. It must. Judy out.
Fucking hell. Beat your stupid head with closed fists.
Alex has radio equipment. You did beat some sense into yourself.
To K-Wrench, now. Rush back to the pickup. And then he slams into the post.
Day 224. Here's a little bit of analysis after the fact. I contemplated a triangle. Trajectory, remaining fuel reserves, required fuel for the burn. No matter how I spun it, no matter how much I twisted it, that triangle always stayed the same.
God damn it. Crank the engine until it turns on.
With it, the conclusion. Insufficient fuel for trajectory-altering burn. Unable to adjust vector of approach for planetfall.
Look at scrawny loser staring at you. Like you've hit his fucking transformer.
Oh hey, that's us. And Frank hates us.
Come on, start, you piece of shit.
You're back in that moment when you saw Frank, the reckless driver, for the first time. Ever. Your mind recoils from even scratching the surface of how all of this is possible. Right now, urgency drives you. All of this started at that exact point, when Frank drove away to meet his death. You watched him go and said nothing, but now is your chance to change it. Quick, stop him. Frank, you don't know me, but I know you. Get out of the car. We have to talk. Nope. Too little, too fucking late. Only one option remains. You have to follow him. Run down the stairs and enter your car.
Outside of that triangle, to push the calculations to my favor, literally.
Okay, there is Eugene. Frank, just because Judy is not a part of your life anymore, it doesn't mean that you're less, that you're worthless shit.
Who the fuck are you? You don't know shit about me.
I donned my EVA suit and ventured outside of the airlock, oxygen loss be damned. Using my jetpack and additional fuel I made myself with the water electrolysis system, I was able to create just enough pressure to alter my trajectory and make sure the fuel required for the burn will be sufficient.
Everybody laughed at you. I know nobody believed you about Judy's message, and that made you furious. But you have to stop. This is not the way.
Stop yapping and let me listen to Judy, you fucker.
And when I was about to re-enter the lander, I noticed something that I've yet to make peace with. One of the fuel injector pipes, that radical new Coral Destiny innovation, is damaged, showing signs of previous leaks. The damage might have been caused by the explosion, or the material was never meant for spaceflight. I don't know.
You have to leave, so Judy can leave through you. Stop!
Fuck you, you scrawny loser. She's not dead.
But now, I do know the reason why I was spending so much more fuel during our previous burns. Seeing that was a gut punch. If only I went outside earlier to assess the damage, I could have maybe... No. No use crying over spilled milk. Or fuel.
I don't think Frank survives this.
I've patched up the rupture as much as I could have, just to make sure it doesn't expand and cost me even more fuel. I returned to the lander, performed the burn. The result? That triangle was shattered. My new trajectory is stable, but I don't know how to feel about that. I've sacrificed so many resources to do this. Too much, maybe.
Last chance to stop before you drive off that cliff.
Shut up.
Day 226. Guiding Light mission. Judith Resnick speaking. I've decided to do this now, while I'm still mindful, composed, while life support still has enough resources to operate. Though I can't change them now, I've started questioning my own decisions. But keep telling myself that whatever I did or didn't do, an end would come. This way, I got to choose that end. It will come on my own terms.
No. Fucking roadblock. Fucking Coral Destiny. I have to get to Alex before the battery runs out.
And then he fucks right off the cliff. I can't do this. I can't live through that pain again. You have to. There is no other choice. This is the only way out of the loop. Is it? Why do we think that? Summon that real courage within yourself. Know that the pain is almost certain, yet you're willing to risk it to fulfill your goals. Eugene Harrow! Clench your buttocks and drive after Frank. Why are we doing this? I'm alive? I'm alive! Pull your face and hand from the airbag.
Star Command, you will receive all of my messages through the short-range auto transmitter. I have some personal requests. Please make sure that the following people hear my words.
Yes, but there are several spots of searing pain all over your body. Touch your nose. Your hand recoils from the painful flesh, but not before it touches mangled skin, shattered bone, and crusted blood. Why is my neck so stiff? Because it prevented your head from popping right off when it slammed into the bubbly airbag at near light speed. Be grateful it didn't snap. It is just pain. You've endured worse. Much worse. Battered, but still breathing. There doesn't seem to be any permanent damage, but pain pulses through you with every breath.
For my friends, Jake, Kirka, Riley, Jean, I'll be brief like I usually am. I love you, you bastards. You better get to Mars and drink to my health, or else.
What's with Frank? Is he even still alive? Oh, he is, and we are standing right next to him. Did he shit himself? If he did, he's dead. Nope, there is no whiff of pieces in the air. Doesn't mean a thing though. Just because you read and remembered that tidbit somewhere doesn't make it true.
To my parents, Mom, Dad, countless times I've imagined your smiles when Guiding Light was launched. How proud you'd be.
Frank suddenly cries out in pain. His whole body is shuddering. He's alive, but still not conscious. Wake up, Frank. You have to hear this. It's Judy. You don't have time to be unconscious. Like a thunderbolt, Frank opens his eyes and glares right into yours.
You...
Countless times I've tormented myself with your faces when you learned that the ship was lost with all crew. Now, at least you get a better epilogue than that.
This is a really dickish move on the Coral Destiny's part to have hidden all of this. It's Judy, Frank. Listen. Bring the receiver close. He looks at a specific point in the empty air.
You're here.
I can't imagine your pain, your sorrow. I know this is not what you imagined for me, but this is what I can do, what I want. Out of the worst, I've extracted the very possible best, just like you taught me. I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad.
Okay, this is maybe me being overly cynical, but this really feels like extreme cope on Judy's part, covering up for what is actually the case of extreme corporate negligence, Coral Destiny completely shitting the bed, killing a lot of people, then blaming it on Judy. And yeah, she is doing her best, but there is a topic to discuss here. There is an elephant in this room.
Frank, my love. I'm sorry. I'll have to break that promise I made. I won't be coming home. You have to know, I fought with every atom of my being. I tried.
What are you saying? I'll save you.
All right, Frank. All right.
But sometimes we have to learn to admit defeat. to accept it. Please understand that I chose this. I want to have a resting place on Mars. A grave.
You didn't really choose it. Coral Destiny put a fucked up pipe in your ship and then it exploded.
You can't die, Judy. You must not.
I refuse to be another piece of space junk on an endless Earth-Mars orbit. I've broken that loop.
Broken the loop.
I want you to be happy. Need you to be happy. Do not allow yourself to return to the pit. I know it will hurt, but I must become another scar for you to bear. I love you. Now and forever.
I love you too, Judy. Now. Forever.
And Eugene was also here. I love you too, Frank. I do not. Hear every fragment of Judy's recorded message. Whisper of Destiny. He coughs, his whole body heaving with the effort. Once the feat subsides, a trickle of dark red blood oozes from Frank's mouth. With a trembling hand, he reaches for the receiver and switches it to off.
What now, buddy?
You said your goodbyes, but now you have to actually let go.
I understand.
Do you?
Would you stay with me? I don't want to die alone.
Don't worry. Both Judy and me are here. Not Judy and I? Reluctantly, he takes it. His firm grip, flesh already going cold. I cannot imagine his grip is all that firm then if his flesh is already going cold. Tells you how afraid and grateful he is for this. You know, could have added an animation for this.
Still with me, Mr. Harrell? For a moment you seemed elsewhere.
The doctor takes off his glasses, freeing his bushy eyebrows. I sort of wandered off again. What was it? He smiles.
No worries, Mr. Harrell. Well, we are done with our second session.
Okay, we got an achievement, confront Frank and embrace your inner self. What?
I'll see you tomorrow again. Get some rest, please. Your physical condition demands it.
And we are battered but still breathing and have fresh bruises and skin-deep nicks.
Good night, Mr. Harrell.
See you tomorrow, Dr. Fink. What? Okay, and that is the end of the game, apparently. These might be some of the most complicated feelings I've ever had in a game. It is good, but also kind of badly made. Like, as an adventure game, I actually quite enjoyed it. The writing is pretty good, I would say. I had a good time wandering around and talking to people and picking up items, so no real complaints here. It's better than King's Quest, easy. The real issues are, I would say, mostly in the beginning and the end. In the beginning, in the sense that the game starts by writing a lot of checks that it doesn't really cash in. Or rather, cash out. I'm not sure what the proper terminology here is. Like, the quote-unquote skill check system should probably have been cut from the game. It doesn't need to exist. It does almost nothing. The whole thing about managing your status and applying status effects and changing your state to achieve something is virtually non-existent. It's told in the demo as a gameplay mechanic that will impact the game, and then it just kind of doesn't. The only status effect you can really consistently apply to yourself is getting tipsy, and the change is so small that it barely affects you. Like, it was relevant once when I needed to be more less introverted to convince Robin of something. Percy Raga is a character that mystifies me because he is such a non-entity. He provides virtually no information. He has no bearing on the plot. I thought he would be some kind of mystical entity related to the time loop, and he just isn't. He is virtually non-existent. And then I feel like the game really peaked at its two thesis statement moments when it was doing the Peel Depression time loop with Eugene and breaking out of it by mastering the wheel. And shit. There was another long moment with monologues that I enjoyed, and now I cannot remember it. But it sort of also falters in the sense that Eugene is not really tied into the story as a whole. It's kind of, there is a Eugene plot and there is a Frank plot, and at the end, Frank plot eats Eugene, and it feels rather awkward. I don't mind a time loop story where the time loop is not a solvable mystery, but a metaphor for the human condition. And like, if the time loop was a metaphor for Eugene being stuck in his depression and Frank's futile search for Judy and Judy looping in an orbit and like everyone being in a loop of their own, that would be fine. But because Eugene's time loop is tied to Frank's time loop, it just feels kind of weird. It's so strange. But yeah, I hope we would see another game from this studio. I hope the sales were good enough for them to continue existing and make another game that is hopefully better. I wouldn't say this was a bad game. I had a good time. I think it's well worth the price. I think most of the negative reviews that this game gets are completely wrong. I left a positive review on Steam, and yeah, I am pretty happy with it. Is it Disco Elysium? No, it's absolutely not. It is kind of like that there is a third in Disco Elysium called Wasteland of Reality, where you get Harry to stop being an alcoholic, and he resolves to the monotone grey world everyone else lives in and not being an exciting, fun, drunk person. And this feels like the Wasteland of Reality unpacked into a full game, and I am fine with that. But it is very much not a Disco Elysium. It is not, I wouldn't even call it an RPG. It's an adventure game. It's a point-and-click adventure game, and I'm fine with it. But yeah, I guess those are my thoughts on Drew Valley. What's next? Well, currently on the channel you should be getting a Let's Play of Dark Heresy Alpha. And will I be recording anything after Drew Valley? I have not decided yet. So, that's it. Thank you for watching, and have a good day. Goodbye.